Hi, just jumping on today to talk about 3 key signs that you may have disordered eating and may want to reach out. 3 of the key points that I would like to touch on. One is if you find yourself staying away from or isolating yourself from social situations because you know you're going to have to eat. You know that all your friends are going to have pizza, or you're going to a restaurant and you are going to have to order something off of a menu or something that's out of your control or out of your comfort zone. So you start isolating. The second key would be if you find yourself in the vicious cycle of restricting and binging. One of the rules that I have never seen disproven is that if you restrict, you will binge. If you binge, you will restrict. And so what happens is you restrict, whether it be breakfast or lunch, or you start small and it continues, you start restricting, and your body basically and your mind psychologically is like, I don't like this and I'm going to fight back. We're wired, our bodies are made and built to fight that restricting in ourselves when we want to do that. So what happens if you can't have that cookie? You're thinking about that cookie for a day and it's on repeat. If you restrict, you will binge. And then when you binge, you feel the shame and the guilt of the binge after the fact. And thus then, again, I have to fix it. The only way I can fix it and feel better about this is if I don't eat tomorrow or I restrict tomorrow. So it's, again, this merry-go-round from hell of restricting and binging and back and forth and back and forth. So if you find yourself in that cycle, that is a second key point of you may have disordered eating. The third tip is not being able to veer from your expectations or the control that you have around your food intake. Knowing that you have a fun girls' night coming up out to dinner, and days before you start pulling up the menu online and what can I eat, what's gonna be comfortable for me, how am I going to figure this out? So it's spending so much of your time and energy with your thoughts focused around food, how I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat, who's going to be around, how am I going to burn it off, or how am I going to figure out how it'll fit into not gaining weight and not making my body change, or any of the things that you are trying to control. Those are 3 really good tips, again, that you may have disordered eating, and I would encourage you to seek out eating disorder therapist.